talking about Q2 and we're still talking about goals. And I think Lisa's been talking about goals since October. And but there's just so many buttons, you guys. And the thing is that I have never seen so many people like engaged in goal setting. And it's just making me super excited because I think that goal setting is the magic. Like the big part of like you guys all know what you're doing. You know how to sell houses. You know how to do all the things. But I want to make your lives easier. And I want to make your lives easier by knowing where all the tools are. And one of the great things about working for Edina instead of working for a different company is being able to utilize all the tools that we give you. But there's so many buttons. So you know, Nate and I are constantly showing you buttons. So bear with me as we go into Q2. I'm just going to keep teaching you different ways of making sure you know how to track your things, how to use AI in your business to make things easier, and just some of the tools that you have options, notifications that you can change and customize and things like that. So here we go. I'm gonna just show you a little bit about your ProKIT. So first, I'm going to show you where to find your report so that you know how to add, get all the information that you need to be able to add into these tools that I'm going to show you so that you can start tracking some of your progress as the years go on. I will tell you, you probably hear a couple more things as Nate and I, find things and figure things out still for the rest of the year for goals. Because so my goal is to have you have all of the tools and the equipment and everything that you need so that next year when we're goal setting, or even this year when we're goal setting in October, it's like a breeze. So that
Too
is
loud,
my goal
louder?
for you. All right, am I too loud?
No, that's Mia. Sorry. I didn't know you could hear me.
Nope, you're good. Um, so analysis report on your, as soon as you go on your dashboard, right on your left-hand side is your analysis report. And that is, going to look a little bit like this. This is going to tell you your pending units, your closed units, your average sales price. Just so you know, lots of places you're going to see ASP. If you don't, you're like, what's this ASP that I'm supposed to know? It's average sales price. Your GCI, your volume, all of your numbers are right inside your analysis report. And I'm sure you guys, most of you have seen those before. But I'm also going to talk about the goals tab. So right underneath on your dashboard, if you go on there underneath your analysis report, you hit your goals. Um, if this screen pops up and there's lots of different tools in here that I want you guys to really click in and really look at. Your source of business, I mean, when you fill out your Trans Express, everybody fills out the Trans Express or the Emma transaction. You're filling out what you have to because that's what we do. We do what we have to. Otherwise our OAs yell at us. But the thing is that really I want that baby filled out as well as it possibly can be filled out because when you put things in that Trans Express or that Emma transaction, it puts in your source of business. It can give you a lot of these stats. But so really make sure when you're filling out your Emma transactions after you have a sale that you're putting all of the details in there. Um, but you can come in here and look at your source of business. But I'm going to talk about just your guide to goals. Many people always ask, where's this sheet? I want to know, like, how do I hit platinum? How do I get to diamond? What's it going to take for me to get to elite? Um, there is in this same tab a Teams one as well, but I'm just going to show the individual one, agent one for time's sake. But I just want to explain it too because a lot of people look at it and they don't quite understand it. So I'm going to talk about the volume, obviously, is across the top. Um, Units across where it says units. To get either of these circles, you have to have one or the other. So you could sell um three, you know, $3.9 million worth of volume and make crystal, or you can sell 10 units. So or you could sell 6.25 million in volume and make platinum. And now, or you could sell 16 or 17 units. So this is where those things come from. But the two bottom ones is one thing. I know a lot of you started doing track, and a lot of you are like, trying to figure out how you're going to make these goals on the top two lines. Really, the income is approximate only to be used to determine qualifications for any circle. Just a little disclaimer there. But I want you to realize, like, to be in these circles, how many people you need to be in flow with. That's a big thing. Like, when people started tracking on this track, going, oh my gosh, they want me to talk to 5 people every single day. Who am I supposed to introduce myself? I mean, I don't understand, blah, blah, blah. Look at to make circle of a crystal. It's telling you you should really be in flow of 166 people. That means that's a lot of touches. If you want executive, that's 832 people. That's not just a mailing list either, guys. That's 832 people that you've done events with, that you've hung out with, that you've talked to, that you've called, you've texted, you've emailed, you've sent information, you've did real estate reviews. And then it shows you the best part. Like, yay, we want to win a circle and we want to do that, but we want income. And so if you're going, okay, I really need to make this. If I'm going to do this as my career, this is what I need to make. This is how much I need to, have for my family and pay my taxes and do all these things. This income bottom line is definitely there. So many of you have seen this. Sorry if I'm boring you that have done that and use this. But I will tell you, this should be hanging up somewhere. This should be in your notebook. It should be in a folder. It should be in your office. It should be at home. It should be somewhere that it's visual so you can keep track of that you're on track to be at your goal. All right. So the view more progress and goals, I wanted to show you that because here is a nice spot too that you can kind of start keeping track of things. So like how many calls for my sphere, how many opens have I held? And this will help you figure out exactly like how many pended units you have, how many closed units. These are your goals. So like if you should say like, okay, these are all the things that I want to make as my goal. Um, and then I want to talk about this portion right here. You have ways of customizing this portion. So a lot of you gloss over and don't even know, like, how did my showings get on here? How did my open houses get on here? How did my anniversaries get on here? Well, you can click the buttons, and if you click, instead of clicking goals, you go to notifications in that same tab. You can switch this to say 14 days. You can switch this to say 2 weeks. You can change this to 7 days. You can change whatever, like, oh gosh, I need to know about expired listings, maybe 30 days ahead of time. I want reminders about my open houses, 5 days. And you can make it on that display that's right there in front of you, like on your ProKIT that you ignore all the time because you have no idea that you can control it. Or you could say, hey, send me a text. I want to know when my 1 year anniversary is coming up so that I can go buy the card and get that in the mail and do all the things. So you might want to change that to 14 days so you have a little more time. Or I want an email. When I get through to the office, the first thing I do is I go through every single one of my emails and I respond to things. So that's going to be the best way because I already bought all my cards. I already have them all ready. I got my stamps. I got everything prepared and ready for me. So I'm going to just say, you know what, quit sending me so many text messages and things like that. Just send me an email. And then make sure you hit the save button so that all of these things get saved. The other thing I wanted to show you is right down here, you can choose a different starting day. So if you're like, you know what, I don't need Monday to be my starting day because I work 7 days a week. I take Wednesdays off actually, and part of Friday. So you can change what the starting day is so that you can see those kind of things. Any questions about the dashboard so far? Okay, so I actually cut this slide off, but like a little bit below the screen, you can actually see where your web leads tab is, and I'll show that when we go to our live demo. But what I wanted to show you is that you can see what your if you go to your web lead, sheet, you can actually see your current conversion rate of like how you're doing with web leads if you are trying to figure out how well you're doing with those web leads. Really quick tip. One of my agents, I would say for many years, the only thing he did was worked his web lead sheets. So he would go back no matter how many years until somebody told him to shut up. Like he would just like no matter how many years he'd go and reach out to everyone. Hey, we were once connected. Do you still looking for a house? You still looking for a house? You call people, text people, email people. Every year he emailed every single person, and he said that almost all of his business 100% came from him following up with his web leads. It's never too late to find out if they want a follow-up. So now I'm going to do a live demo. So hopefully I can get you guys to come with me. So somebody holler if they can see my screen.
Can see your screen.
Perfect. So from here, we're going to jump into that spot where I said goals. And I am going to this one right underneath here that says goals and planning resources. I'm going to pause for a second though and quickly show you on your guys' screen. This is where all of your web leads are housed, and you can export all of your clients in your dashboard if you didn't know that. If somebody's like sitting here and going, oh, I know I'm supposed to have a mailing list. I know I'm supposed to have all these things figured out, and I don't have these things figured out. That's why I hang on all these tech tips. And so if you actually wanted to, you could export all your clients that we've ever put into your dashboard and then go through and organize them, especially if you're like, I have them all in Emma, but I'm so overwhelmed, I don't even know how to find just my clients. I just want to work with just my clients. Well, here you go. You can click that button. Or I just want to work with my web leads. You can click that button, and then if you click on your web lead button, hopefully it's lets you follow me. You can take all of these as well and use these to email people, and they're all hyperlinks, so you can actually just click on them and email them right from here. So highly recommend you come in here. And just so you know, these are all live. So if you're like, okay, I want to go by, lead date, I can switch around by the newest ones. Contact names, I'm going to just go through the alphabet. So I'm going to go to the last name, and I'm going to start with the A's and work my way down. You can easily just go here and start working your way down. Lots of people here that when things get overwhelmed, Lisa likes to use the alphabet. I kind of realize like, okay, if I just do all the A's today, I'll feel much better and I feel accomplished um, uh, and it's just a way for me to keep track of everything. So, wanted to show you those two things. If you didn't know too, there's also a print button over here that you can just print all of these things, and you can switch over here to be a custom date, the last 10 years, last 12 months, last 6 months, last 3 months. A lot of us have been talking about like agent client events or client events. This would be a really great spot to be like, okay, who should I invite? Right here. 10 years of your past clients is who you should be inviting. So easily, wow, look like that. I just helped you with your client list that fast. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go into this goals and planning resources. So if you jump into the goals and planning resources, it is, I will tell you, it depends on what your screen size is on what you can see. So always make sure you're looking at that right side to see if there's a scroll column, because so many things we like click into and we're like, okay, I clicked in this tab, this tab, this tab, and I'm not finding what I want. Lots of the resources are down below. So make sure you always scroll through the whole thing. But I wanted to show you just a couple things that if you have not seen these are huge great tools. I will tell you, all of this goals and planning resources are the new and upcoming things that we are implementing with our new AI. This has all been newly done and integrated and has a lot of AI prompt and profit systems. They have activity trackers. They have it's just like a resource toolkit, and they're going to be adding to this. And so this is a really great tab, which I'm going to now back up and show you where this tab is, because I know people are going, where did she get there again? It's this goals and planning resources. So the goals and planning resources, if you click on that, that's where it's going to get you. And then I want to just nose around here just a little tiny bit. We're going to scroll all the way down. Look at this, the prompt to profit planning videos. These, when Nate and I are always saying, like, you got to talk to AI like it's a 4-year-old, this is what we're talking about. And lots of times, yesterday I was coaching a couple agents, and I was like, hey, you know what? Where I found out how to make this video was that I asked AI how to make this video. And then I even went farther and said, what prompts should I ask to make a video to you to be able to get all the things I need done? And AI gave it all to me. But if you haven't noticed, look at how long these are. 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Do you got 2 minutes and 34 seconds? I think you do. I mean, within like 10, 15 minutes, you could be done with all of these, and think about how much more knowledge you would have. And just so you know, there's even more. If you say see all on the right-hand side, it will show you everything that is there. Go back here. And then right here is planning webinars recordings. So if you didn't see my webinar right here, it's right here, goal setting for 2026. It's 38 minutes with Jill and I. There's blueprint tools and strategies. It's 50 minutes. There's the marketing planner. If you're like, oh gosh, Lisa keeps talking about this darn marketing planner, there's a 23-minute video about it. And then running your business. This is a really good one. That's 53 minutes. I think that's the one with Travis. But these are all about goal setting, all about running your business like a business. But I wanted to talk about, a lot of you are using the Edina Realty business plan or didn't know where it is. It's housed right here. I'm not clicking on all of them. The marketing planner, if you're like, I don't remember how to get that marketing planner. I know they sent it to us a bazillion years ago, and there are like 4 buttons to find it on your ProKIT, but like here's a one-stop shop. I will tell you, many of my agents that I'm coaching, that's what they're using as their business plan. They're using the marketing planner as their business plan because it has all of those key things in the front few pages. And then it has all the tasks and things that we need to do to meet the goals that we want to have the successful time when we're reviewing at the end of the year. All right, couple that I am going to jump into though is this AI business coaching. You guys, everybody wants to be coached. Everybody wants to learn things, but we don't even know what to ask. Let me tell you that this Emma AI business coach was designed and created by David. Did you see that? He's famous right here. He is famous. He is our guru that's behind the scenes learning all these AI tips and tricks that are teaching and bringing it to us. He's building out our new platform that we're going to be able to use and that we're going to be cutting edge in no time when we roll that out this fall. And but lots of times I don't even know where to start. I'm like, oh my gosh, what should I do? Well, I lots of times will just start randomly asking AI questions, and then I kind of get, oh, like, oh yeah, oh, I want to do that. Oh yeah, I want to do that. But if you're like, I don't even know where to start, come down to this see more so you can see all of the things. But there's 5 things right here that he's already built in here, knowing that you're going to want to ask. How can I grow my business in the next 90 days? Like if you just click on how do I grow my business in the next 90 days and hit it, it is going to give you a business coach approach to building your business out for a strong 90 days. So, and then it's going to tell you like what you should be focusing on, what you should be doing. And it's going to give you step by step. And then it's going to give you prompts that it's going to talk about hashtags, things that you should hashtag so you get more organized, all those kind of things. But then even at the very bottom, when it's all done spelling these out, I mean, it's going to tell you things about social media. It's going to tell you where the deals hide. It's going to tell you about, working plus getting client referrals. So, I mean, like it's like a really, really detailed plan. And then it's like, my past deals mostly come from my sphere or past clients, or help me create a seller focus um, prospecting script. Show me how to segment. I can't even speak. How to divide my contacts with hashtags. Because you guys, hashtags might seem overwhelming or like what in the heck that is. All it is it's like, just think about it. You're naming a file folder. You're saying, these are my buyers. These are my client event invites. These are people I don't want to ever work with again. These are, like, so whatever you can just hashtag anything you want so that they can be searchable and you can find these in this big pile of information that we have. So just wanted to quickly show you that. And there's lots of, prompts that you guys can do. All right. The other thing is, an agent actually brought this to my attention, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to do a tech tip. That's where this whole thing inspired, because once I started getting in here, other agents were like, hey, where do you find that? And hey, where do you find that? I'm like, I'm going to just throw this all into one tech tip. So, the lead gen planner and tracker. Trackers are amazing, you guys, because this is going to tell you what energy you're using makes you the most amount of money. So let's really look at this one. So let's click into that. And it's going to come up to your downloads because it's a Excel spreadsheet that is actually going to compute in real time, and you can keep it on your desktop and all of those good things. But let's just quickly open it. And hopefully you followed me. I think you did. Okay, so if your goal, you could put your goal of what your GCI is and what, you want to do for your business. Here's that ASP, average sale price. So if your average sale price is
Hey, Lisa, we
360,
can't see your Excel
I can't
spreadsheet.
see my Excel spreadsheet. Okay, thank you. Let's see if I hit this, if that.
What was the last thing you clicked on?
I'm going to go back so you guys can make sure you're coming with me. I'm going to stop sharing. And then I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to reshare. Okay. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So right here, this download lead gen planner and tracker. Everybody got that? Then I'm going to go into my Excel spreadsheet, and I'm hoping that you follow me. Yes, no?
No.
All right,
No,
now I'm
no.
going to, all right, I'm going to,
Try opening up
one.
your Excel
I'm gonna,
sheet.
yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Yay! So many tabs and moving around. That's why it's always hard to live demo, but I knew we would get there. Thank you for the communication. I love it. All right. So let's say right here, your goals are to make $150,000 this year. Okay. You can just come in here and say that. And what's your average sale price? I would say, I'm going to do a low sale price, but like, okay, and what's your compensation? Well, I definitely get 3.3, but sometimes I get 2.7. So yeah, maybe 3.1 is a good one. You can put your split in there of whatever you're at. You can put in your, we saw that the lead conversion for web leads was 6% in there. Am I working with more buyers, more sellers? Well, obviously sellers make me more money. I want to work more with them. So I'm going to say 75, 25. And then You need to analyze, like, total closings, total leads, leads per month, like how many things you need to like be working. Well, this is a really good spot where you're going to want to say like, okay, you know what? I would say 65% of my business comes from my sphere. So now you need to, even things out. And you're like, well, to be honest, I don't think I'm getting much off my website because I haven't updated that lately. So I'm going to change that one to say 0 because I got to get that baby updated. I don't have a farm yet, so I'm going to come in here and say 0 from that because I got to start farming. Oh gosh, floor. That means I got to actually show up and like be uh in the office. Well, gosh, I haven't done that, but I better, start doing that. So as you can see, I'm like getting down so I can like figure out what the 100% is, but, this is a really great tool that you can see what your projections are and be able to keep track of things because this is going to help you figure out what is your biggest bang for your buck. If you're getting a lot of hoggers off of open houses, like you should be spending your time in open houses. So highly recommend come in and play a little bit with this lead gen planner and tracker. And then we already talked about your guide for your goals. That's another button that you can see where it's at. And then last two things I'm going to quickly show you is one, your Emma marketing planner coach. You guys, Lisa keeps talking about this marketing planner. I started it and then I didn't finish it, or I started and I'm working on it, but I got to get back to it. Or I don't even know where in the heck to start with this planner. Well, come into your Emma AI marketing planner and look what they have to say. They've built things. David's already put things in here of things that you might want to know. So like I'm confused about the section in the planner that I think it's that any section you want to put in here. You just have to tell them which section you want to. Help me complete the strategy worksheet on page 4. Well, that's what the analysis report is that I showed you at the very beginning, but it's going to walk you through how to do that. Help me with the marketing tasks for this month. If you click on that, it's going to tell you for this month what the marketing tasks and what you should be doing. If you had a specific thing, they've fed so much information about this marketing planner into here. It will be able to answer your questions about the actual marketing planner in this AI. Can I review my marketing plan and suggest improvements? Upload your whole planner. Just hit the plus sign here. Upload your planner right to it and say, what should I be doing more of? And they might be like, hey, I'm noticing this, I'm noticing that, I'm noticing this, especially if you're doing it detailed. 2 ways you can upload your marketing planner. You could have your digital marketing planner that you have handy and you can just upload it that way, or you can actually take the sheets of paper that you're using and upload those sheets of paper by scanning them to your computer and then uploading them, and do it that way too. It can read scanned pages or downloaded pages, just FYI. What should I do after finishing this section? Whatever this section is, what should I be working on next? If you're like, I don't know what more should I be doing? And I will tell you, every single time you ask any of these prompts, it's also going to be prompting you to do more things. So, and then Nate has done a phenomenal job of teaching you guys multiple times on how to make your bios better and do all these things. But look at this, you guys. They built us our own online visibility optimization coach. I know. Can't believe it either. It's amazing. So, how many people have been hearing like, are you visible
You're
online?
supposed to be seeing.
Yes.
We're supposed to
ProKIT.
be seeing
I
something.
didn't want to interrupt. On a roll, but
Just interrupt. Just say, Lisa, stop talking and share your screen again.
Sure. Yeah, I was just gonna say we're not seeing that part.
All right.
But why you find this, there we go. Tune in on Monday for the webinar on how to optimize your bio.
Yes. That's a webinar you're doing, isn't it?
Correct. That was a shameless plug.
Yeah, love it. So right here though, you guys, this is going to help you get that jump start is you can come in here and be right to, putting things in here. We've all been told in the recent, by Nate and other people too, is that our bio should all be in the third person. So make sure your bio is in the third person because nobody's searching for I's and me's. Everybody's searching for names and things that would be in a third person. So make sure it's written. But right here, rewrite my bio. You can actually take it and upload it into here and add your bio and say, help me make it AI visible across platforms. Here's my website bio link. Can you audit it? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Collect EEAT data, credible signals that will help you build your online presence by your actual stats. If you've been in business for years and you're like, hey, this guy that just started yesterday and has 0 sales seems to be showing up more than me. That's because his EEA data is showing something. Even if it's not sales, he's showing something. Optimize profiles. Make sure, just focus on your Google My Business right here profile. Really make sure that my Google My Business profile. And then it's like, and what should I do with my business profile after the fact? Keep asking more and more and more questions. And right here, if you're like, Lisa, you're speaking a foreign language. I have no idea what this EEAT is. I don't know why I need to be in the third person. I have no idea what visibility even means. Explain visibility. Why does visibility matter? I remember, I don't know how many years ago, my son Dawson, I think he was like 6 or 7, so he had to have been like 5 years ago. He did a tech tip. I'll never forget. It was one of my absolute favorite tech tips he ever did because he had all of his stuffed animals behind him because, he was a kid. But he came on, and I would love if somebody remembers this. And he was like, do you know how much visibility you have on the internet? He's like, I can barely read and I can find everything. He's like, I can't find any of you. He's like, I've tried. And so he was teaching them how to be more visible this way. He was also trying to teach people how to have Alexa find them and how to have, be searchable. So I think that's so funny that was so many years ago and he was such a little boy. I would love to find that video. But he was talking about just like this. And we're still talking about it this many years later because we know that that's where the world is going. Yes, most people can learn how to read, but they don't take time to read. They want instant answers, fast and quick. So I know this was a lot of information. I actually went a little bit over our time. I apologize for that. But does anybody have any questions?
I just want to thank you for doing this because you've done it slowly, which is really good. You've gone back over everything to explain it, and it's very helpful. Thank you very much.
Excellent. I love it. Yeah, and some of it's, 101, but sometimes that's where we need to start because even people that are super advanced and doing all the things, lots of times we forget about all these buttons and tools that we have right in front of us. So,
Hey, Lisa, can I plug next week's?
yes, please do.
All right. We will be next Innovate with Nate and Tech Tip is going to be the ins and outs of the transaction desk. There's things in there. We'll start at 101 and we'll elevate her all the way up to graduate level, hopefully, on all of that. So tune in next week.
I think that's a great, great topic, you guys. And that is one thing is you guys, that's where it starts. If you spend that extra time, you're going to have years more of information. So what Nate's going to teach you next week is going to be phenomenal. So excited for that. And you guys all have a great day. And if you need us, you know where to find us.
Good job, Lisa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.